Mini Jake, the tribe has spoken.
Fuck you, Kevin.
Aw, fuck you too, sweetie.
I'm JJ, one of the original Tribe of Nerds members. You can catch me on Marvel, Pokemon, and other gaming podcasts.
What up? It's Josh, resident superhero nerd, but I also dabble in the occasional super villain as well.
Some may know me as the Chaos Gremlin, but really I'm just Joe King.
Pikachu, use Volt Tackle! Good job, Pikachu!
On the Tribe of Nerds. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Tribe of Nerds. Shane and I are back for another Survivor What If. We are very excited to be on Survivor Micronesia, fans versus favorites, the first one, and this is a real game-changing scenario, we think, and this is Ozzy as an idol. He famously gets blindsided at the final 9 in a 5-4 vote over Jason with it in his pocket. But what if Ozzy gets tipped off, or he thinks maybe he should play his idol because he might get votes because he is a physical threat? So what if he does play it here and Jason gets sent home instead? What happens? What is the fallout? Shane, what do you think?
So I think there's definitely going to be a lot of changes that happen here because this was a big moment. And I mean, this is also a big moment for making this season so great. So I hope that this not happening doesn't compromise the quality of the season, but I think this makes for an equally good moment. But coming into this, like, remember, Ozzy, I think, is one of the most beloved runner-ups, like, besides Colby at this point. Because, like, he loses by 1 vote. He wins, like, an unprecedented number of immunity challenges and to make it to the end and, you know, come 1 vote away from winning. Like, he was a fan favorite and all this stuff. And they all knew his threat level coming in here. So here, like, let's say everything goes the same. It's 5-4, Ozzy, Jason, but Ozzy plays his idol because he just feels something's off. That means Jason goes home with 4 votes, and we move on to Final 8 with presumably an extremely pissed off Ozzy. Like, we saw that hissy fit he threw in South Pacific after Elise got voted out. Like, this is going to be hissy fit, like, on steroids.
Yeah,
here.
He did it in Cook Islands too, and Cecilia got voted off. He does it both times or 2 of his seasons where an ally goes home, or he gets targeted and he gets mad and goes and sulks. So,
oh yeah, this would be like crazy level of hissy fits. But at least he knows he has some people on his side who voted with him. He has James, he has Amanda, and he has Eric. The Amanda part of this always was like interesting to me because I didn't know the full story behind it because she's fully in with the Black Widow Brigade, and in the edit they're like, oh yeah, we're leaving her out of this, but like I've read that maybe she actually knew this was happening, so I don't know what to believe about it. But if we go with the edit and say that she didn't know it was happening, I could see with Ozzy being still in the game, like now she's less inclined to go with Parvati and Cirie and like loses trust in them, where in the real timeline she seemed to lose trust in them, but she had no other option. She had to go with them.
Right.
But here, like, she still has Ozzy. So now, like, Ozzy plays his idol, so there's another idol out there, which in the real timeline, we see they had their auction. Natalie Bolton wins the thing, gets to steal someone's money, send them to exile. She sends Jason Siska, which at a certain way of thinking about it, I'm like, that's dumb because you know Jason's going to find it, but he's also so easy to manipulate and like a dumbass. With all due respect to him, but like,
Come on the show,
you know,
Jason.
yeah. You could just see, like, I think they knew they could manipulate him, so they're like, even if he finds it, whatever. But here, obviously you can't send Jason. Like, is she dumb enough to send Ozzy? No. Well, and I'm not even certain on saying no, but we're gonna go with no. I think what she will do is she will send Eric to exile, just because it's the same thing of like, oh, he's a fan and like, maybe on our side, and he's easy to manipulate. I don't think she sends one of the girls that are in this alliance.
No.
And this alliance is not going to be as strong because like it kind of came together around this vote, but now Amanda really isn't going to go back to that. So they kind of have Amanda splintered off. So they still have the rest of them, but like Parvati, Amanda, Cirie had this really tight three, and now I don't know how it's going to affect them where Amanda's not coming back to them as much.
Yeah. So I've heard that story that Amanda, I think Ozzy talked about it before Game Changers maybe, and Ozzy said something along the lines of Amanda had come up to him after the show and basically been like, oh yeah, I knew you were going home or something is what he's said. I don't know how true that is. And also I think I believe Ozzy, but I don't know that Amanda realistically actually thought that I don't know, like to me, I don't necessarily know that I believe that she knew about the vote or was, I mean, she could have been in on the vote, but I don't know. I know it's heavily edited, but it just seems like her reaction was genuinely surprised that Ozzy got blindsided there. I don't know. We've seen
Stephen Fishbach has always said exit interviews are not canon, and I think that fits the scenario.
Yeah, I agree. So that's probably correct, and maybe Ozzy is also just like hurt because the relationship fell down.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's so yeah, I think Eric goes to exile though, going back to this. So he goes to exile. I do think Eric does probably find something because again, I think most everybody that was there was finding like I guess like originally like Cirie and Amy, but I feel like that was also because they were tired from going across the ocean so many times. So more than anything. And so I feel like in this case, I mean, Eric, is able to do what Jason and Ozzy did, and he finds it. And so Eric has the idol. It's also going to be his birthday in this episode. So, and that is where Natalie says they're evil, but they're not that evil where they would vote someone out on their birthday. So, so I don't even know at this point if they're gonna. I feel like they would still try to go for Ozzy again, knowing that they didn't get him out, and he is pissed. I mean, him and James are both probably being like Parvati sucks because James is so pissed at Parvati that he's gonna throw a petty vote at her. Like, I see them.
Yeah, I think Eric will share the idol with Ozzy, and maybe like if it's him, Ozzy, James, and then Amanda is the wishy-washy one here, where I'm like, I kind of want to believe that she's not going back to the Black Widows, but I feel like she's going to play both sides, and it's really going to be hard to say like what she does. So what I could see happening is like Eric finds the idol, tells Ozzy, tells James, tells Amanda. So there's 4 of them, and then there's 4 on the other side, and there's an idol that can stop this from being a tie. Yeah. So Amanda's going to play both sides, and I think the ladies are going to find out that the idol's in play, and they're not going to know, is it going to go on Ozzy or is it going to go on Eric? Because Eric could play it for Ozzy. But before we get there, who wins immunity here? Because that could be something. So Eric wins. Eric wins immunity. So yeah, this actually makes it a little easy here. So they're going to probably say Ozzy is going to get the idol played on him. So vote James.
So they vote James. See, I don't know that Amanda's going to do that at this point. I know at this stage, James and Amanda are extremely close. I know she does vote him out of heroes versus villains, though, so I get, like, tier
Yeah.
4 puts him out of heroes versus villains, so I guess she could still, but I feel like that was more like she had no choice because of his injury.
Yeah. And I think it's really going to depend on, like, how she is with the Black Widow Brigade, because if she tries to, like, suggest voting someone different and they don't listen to her, then she might be like, oh, I'm just going to not side with them. Because maybe she's like, oh, we need to get rid of Alexis instead.
Yeah.
Because she could make the argument, be like, we need James to help beat Ozzy and Eric in immunity challenges later. So I do think the Black Widow Brigade will vote James, but I'm inclined to think Amanda votes with Ozzy, Eric, and James, and maybe they vote Alexis, or do they vote Parvati? Because she might be pissed at Parvati.
They might be, but I don't know. I can also maybe see Amanda being able to convince the guys to vote for Alexis, because she was jealous of Alexis sleeping with Ozzy, so, like, I think, and that was, like, a whole thing of her wanting to idle Alexis out of the game later. I'm pretty confident, so, like, I do think she's more inclined to take out Alexis, because I do still think at this point Amanda and Parvati are still going to end up working very closely together even after the Ozzy blindside in the real timeline. So I do think Amanda's able to convince them, like, hey, let's do Alexis.
Okay, so I can see that. So we go 4-4, assuming, because I don't think Eric's playing the idol on James. Either playing it on Ozzy or not playing it at all. Because...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, actually, because I can see... So if Amanda does end up saying, let's vote Alexis, because she doesn't want to vote James with them, because the girls will probably tell her they're voting James. So she'll relay that back, so they're going to know, okay, Ozzy and James are targets, so I don't know which one's going to get the idol.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Eric plays it on James.
I think he can be, I mean, obviously he can be convinced. Love Eric.
Oh, yeah.
He can be convinced to do something, to give away an immunity of some sort. So I do think it happens. I do think Eric is told, and then he plays it on James, and then they vote out Alexis.
Yeah, because the other option is he plays it on Ozzy, and then we have a 4-4 tie. Yeah. And I do not see Rocks happening at all.
No. So
I don't see Cirie going to Rocks. No. I don't see Ozzy. Well, I doubt Ozzy would go to Rocks. Amanda's probably not going to Rocks.
Yeah. So Alexis is gone. James is still gonna have the medevac, presumably, because his finger. I don't think that changes. So James is gone. We're at the final 6. We have the gun challenge, and I don't know how Ozzy is as a gunslinger. Like he could be very bad at shooting a gun. So I think Eric could still honestly win this one too. So
yeah. And it depends what happens with the idol being rehidden here.
Right.
And like, because in the real timeline, they don't show it, but Parvati finds it.
Yes, that was at the final 5, so the Eric round, because Amanda finds the one at 6.
Amanda gets this one. So I guess, does Amanda still get it?
It depends. So Alexis isn't there to win the challenge to then send Amanda. So I'm trying to think who was second. Was it Cirie? Cirie would have won.
I believe Cirie, yeah.
Yeah. So Cirie, at this point, does she send Parvati or does she send?
It's either Parvati or Amanda, I think. And Amanda would be like, well, maybe we can save face and still bring you back in.
Yeah.
I actually think she would do it because Cirie is smart and Cirie is really good socially. I think she sends Amanda and she's like, look, Amanda, I just gave you this favor. Like, find that idol. You're safe, but now come with us. And I think here is where Cirie goes on her, like, the guys are going to win. Like, we have to start getting out some of these threats where they might try to take out an Ozzy or an Eric.
Well, so Eric would have immunity, right?
Yeah.
Again.
Well, unless Ozzy wins it. I mean,
Well,
Ozzy's
right.
good at everything.
That's true. I shouldn't think Ozzy might not have a chance. In this type of challenge where it is a literal crapshoot or shooting bottles off of things, like I don't
But I
know.
feel like, yeah, if Ozzy hasn't won an immunity yet, like, he's due for one. So I'm inclined to
True.
say Ozzy wins it.
Okay, let's say Ozzy wins it just for funsies.
Yeah.
So-
Or if Eric wins it, does they convince Eric to give Ozzy the immunity necklace? I don't know why they would do that.
I don't think they would do that. I think that'd be very, very odd for them to
Yeah.
like, it's one thing for them to obviously convince him to give it to Natalie, but like, there's
Right.
no point in doing it for Ozzy.
I know. So yeah, I mean, let's say Ozzy wins it. Eric goes in 6th place. Ozzy's in the final 5. Ozzy probably wins the final 5 immunity.
Yeah, I can see that. He's probably gonna be really fast, like Eric, at getting the coordinates, and then
Yeah.
Ozzy's not bad at puzzles. He's won puzzles. He won them in Cook Islands, so I think he could still. He probably still pulls this out for sure.
Yeah. And then Amanda has the idol, so Amanda will play the idol. So they're not going to get Amanda out unless she does something crazy with it. So Ozzy's safe. Ozzy probably wants to target Parvati or Natalie Bolton, I assume.
Yeah, it's
Not
either one
Cirie.
of those. I think Cirie's pretty safe. So,
Okay, here's where it gets interesting, and I think this could help spice up the season because now we're losing some like the Eric move and everything. So Ozzy's going to be like, yeah, we're voting out Parvati, and Amanda doesn't want to do that because Amanda still wants to like play both sides, be close to Parvati. So Amanda's going to play the idol on Parvati, and then Natalie Bolton goes.
yeah, I agree with that. I think Natalie is going to be the sacrifice here. So, so Natalie's going to go, and now we're the final 4. And I mean, I think this challenge Ozzy probably wins too.
Yeah.
So, I don't see Ozzy losing this.
Yeah. So I think it depends what Ozzy wants to do here, but also it doesn't necessarily matter what Ozzy wants to do here because the others can make things work too. But I think Amanda and Parvati are going to gun for Cirie, but I don't see Ozzy wanting to gun for Cirie because he's not going to view her as a threat.
No, I think he's going to gun for Parvati again.
Yeah. And then, so Parvati is going to try to get Amanda to gun for Cirie. Ozzy is going to try to gun for Parvati and then get Cirie on board with that. And Cirie is going to have to try to get Amanda to vote Parvati or else it's a fire making challenge.
Not fire making again for Cirie. Oh my God. This woman has been through enough. I think it's fire making. I think Amanda's not going to vote Parvati. She obviously didn't do that in the real timeline. So it's Cirie going
crazy here. I think Cirie wins the fire making because I think Ozzy's going to help her train for it.
Yeah,
and like against Danielle DiLorenzo, she wasn't that bad. Like it wasn't a blowout or anything.
Cirie was fine. It just so happened that Danielle was just this much faster.
Yeah. So Parvati gets 4th place, and I think changes a lot of Survivor history because her legacy will be very different. I mean, it still depends on what happens in Heroes and Villains, but very different legacy for Parvati, but still strong player and all. But like the Black Widow Brigade's not successful, and that's what she was really known for. So I think she's not like this big legend. At this point, she's just like, okay, she was someone that we brought back, and she was a slightly better player than anyone expected.
Mm-hmm.
So that changes a lot. But we still have our final 3 now, where it's Ozzy, it's Cirie, and it's Amanda. So that challenge, it came down to Cirie and Amanda, right? So
yeah, and I think it's because Amanda had like a different grip from what I've seen.
And I mean, Ozzy is good at challenges, so he presumably could win. But I mean, Malcolm lost his challenge too. So
Yeah, I don't know if Ozzy has shaky hands. I can relate to Malcolm on that so many ways with the shaky hands, but I don't know if Ozzy has that problem.
yeah, well, let's just go with the data and say Ozzy is similar enough to Malcolm that let's put him in that position. Let's say he drops and Amanda wins final immunity.
Yeah. Does
So-
Amanda make this decision knowing that it's better? It's slightly better for her to go up against Cirie supposedly than Ozzy. I don't know.
Oh, she's gonna lose either way.
Well, she's losing either way, but what she believes is she has a slightly better chance against Cirie.
Yeah.
Or
But
is she in love with Ozzy that she's just gonna do it?
So I think she votes out Ozzy. I think it's too big of a threat here.
Yeah, I think Amanda's gonna have to do that. I don't.
She's also gonna work her magic, and I can't even do her like voice that she was doing where she gets so high pitched because she's so annoyed, but she'll be like, he's gonna win, you're an idiot if you take him, like he will be the greatest player in Survivor history, and you want to be that because remember he go from runner-up by 1 vote loss to now winner.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, and be the first person to make it to the end twice because well, Amanda too, but I was also just had it in my head the what if we did last week where Amanda no longer makes it to the end of the
That's true.
But
That's true.
but this assumes that she did. So yeah.
Yeah. So at this point she votes out Ozzy. Cirie probably demolishes Amanda.
Yes. Because I don't even know that Ozzy would vote for Amanda.
No,
I mean, Eliza votes Cirie. Jason votes Cirie. Ozzy, Jason. Who is next? James votes. James might vote Amanda.
I think James votes Amanda.
Okay, so she gets a vote. Alexis votes Cirie.
Yes.
Eric votes Cirie.
Yes.
Natalie votes Cirie.
Yes.
Parvati votes Cirie. Ozzy votes Cirie.
6-1. Cirie almost.
7-1 because this is an 8-person.
Oh yeah, 7-1. My bad. 7-1. I forget that because
maybe Eric votes Amanda, but probably not.
Not in this case, I don't think. Yeah. I did watch their Ponderosas at one point, and basically almost everyone had said Cirie was getting their votes. So.
Yeah. Although, okay, Cirie wins. Amazing winner. Like, the best at that point, I would probably say yes.
Right? I would say so. We'll just say it. I mean, on our Micronesia podcast, which at this point you can tune into, I'm pretty sure, she's going to get the highest ranking of Fallen Angels. So.
Well, it's her and Sesternino for me.
Yes.
And
100%.
I think I have her higher than him, but it could really be back and forth.
Yes,
but yeah, I think her winning this, we don't have to go into this now, but like, it'd be kind of fun to do what ifs for like heroes versus villains using this alternate timeline versus in a few weeks when we do like heroes versus villain what ifs, assuming that Parvati still wins this. But I mean, this changes heroes versus villains by a lot.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. I mean, I don't see it changing the Tom Westman versus Cirie war on the Heroes tribe because unfortunately they're still going to gun for each other, which even if she's a winner now, I mean, I think it just heightens her threat level to Tom, and then Cirie is going to be threatened by Tom. So even though they should have worked together.
I mean, Amanda might be on the villains tribe instead of Parvati because Amanda like flip-flopped.
Amanda took out Ozzy, and that was Danielle's rationale for being a villain. She took out Terry. Which I think is a ridiculous reason. We'll talk about that when we get to heroes versus villains.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So that is Micronesia. We'll be back for the most meme season of all time in Gabon. Those what ifs should be very, very interesting. Yes. So we'll see you all next week for more Survivor What If on the Tribe of Nerds.